Undead Hour.
Welcome to the Undead Hour Show, episode 63, but our first show of our new format, Undead Hour Show version 2.0. You're with me, Dr. Dave Coin, and I am always forever with my Undead Hour co-host, my undead brother from another mother, A.F.F. How are you doing, mate?
What's up, Dr. Dave? Nice to see you. Happy Skeletal Sunday, should I say?
We can say it. It's going out on Sundays.
Nice. Excited to be here for version 2.0 of the Undead Hour Show. All the new equipment is glistening and shining. We got our mics in color sync, new headphones, all the things. I'm excited.
Looking good. Yeah, setup's looking good. I'm sure we're going to be chopping and changing things as we go through the weeks. But no, I'm so excited to do this. We've had a couple of weeks off. I think it's best if I or both of us give a little intro to people who could be some new listeners. But our show, Undead Hour Show, has been running on X Spaces for over a year, and in the last couple of weeks, we've been transitioning over to a podcast on this. So this is on, for example, on Spotify and YouTube. We can't wait for our existing listeners to keep listening to our show. We talk about Web3. We celebrate legendary projects and founders in the space. Have amazing guests on, and that's going to continue. But if you're a new listener, especially if you're in Web2, this is what this is about. You know, we're trying to onboard as many people from Web2 as possible. I started in Web2. Had I not been listening to The Grateful Show on Spotify, I wouldn't be sitting right in front of you right now. So we hope this will do a very similar job and start to onboard people from Web2 who are accessing places like Spotify for information, who are dipping their toes into Web3. Listen to us, follow the show, follow me and A.F.F on X. We'll put all the links in the description, and give us a follow on Spotify as well, so you'll be reminded when new episodes come out. But we hope just to give everybody in Web2 the information they need who could be dipping their toes into Web3 or already on the journey about, you know, what we're into, what we're liking, and the changing space in Web3 with, you know, the amazing projects that are out there, the different ecosystems, the different blockchains. And if you're an existing listener, welcome back. You know, 2.0 baby, we're excited. We don't know how it's going to go. Roxy, the demon hound, is going to be barking at times. You're just going to have to go with it. But fuck it, you know, we're here. We're in HD, I think. Yeah. So, how about you, man? What do you want to say about it?
It's been a trip. You know, this past year and some change together, Dr. Dave and I have been building in the space. So we look to also inform our Web3 followers as to what's going on in the space. If you know, Dave and I, we spend a good amount of our time just trying to keep up with the ecosystem, trying to be familiar with everything that's going on, getting to know people behind projects, and just like experimenting with tech, experimenting with blockchain, always trying to stay in the know. So it's been quite a journey. We've traveled across chains together. We've made it through a lot of different projects together. We've done collaborations with other projects, and we're just always trying to extend our reach, but mainly for the purpose of information. It's fun to get to know the people behind the space. So really look forward to this journey going forward and having more great guests. If you want to catch up with our previous shows, you can follow Undead Hour Show on X. We have a good 60 shows uploaded to that. And I believe we will continue to upload these to that space as well once we get everything figured out. So like and subscribe to our channel in Spotify, on YouTube. Follow us on X and follow this journey because we have a lot coming and a lot to go. So really looking forward to this. But it's been, we had a couple weeks off since our last X show. and we should probably do some catch up, let people know what's been going on. Dave, I know you've been doing some traveling. We've been doing some exploring, and there's just been so much happening. So we last left you getting ready to travel off to Lisbon for ApeFest, right?
Yeah, man, that was a vibe. I've got to say,
it's been a couple weeks, so
it's been a few weeks.
Catch us up.
All right. I mean, I flew to Lisbon. So again, for people that are new to the space, both A.F.F and I are in an NFT community called the Bored Ape Yacht Club. We own Mutant Apes. This is one here, and that's the same one, which is up there. And the Bored Ape Yacht Club, who's owned by Yuga Labs, put on ApeFest. It's every year at different parts of the different locations around the world. Last year was in Hong Kong. The year before that was New York in the States. I think it was again New York the previous year. But this year was in Lisbon in Portugal, which was perfect for me. I live in the UK. Obviously, A.F.F is stateside, but that was perfect for me because it's a 2-hour plane ride.
Sure.
I mean, I'm driving to Lisbon. Some people did, I think. But they were already, across the ocean, across the sea, landlocked. But yeah, it was in Lisbon, and it was an amazing experience because, as you know, mate, I absolutely love in real life meetups and events, and this one was a biggie. This
was your first ApeFest, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to scratch my eye on straight away on HD camera. It was my first ApeFest. Anyway, my first ApeFest as a mutant. And when I got there, which was kind of Thursday evening, straight out of the hotel, straight out of the airport. I wasn't at the hotel yet. Straight at the airport, I'm in the queue for the taxis, and they're like 3 guys with MAYC t-shirts on, and they're like, and I had what was I wearing? I think I was wearing an MAYC shirt as well, t-shirt, but I had my MAYC cap on. And again, for people that are new to this, MAYC is short for Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and they did lots of merch, which we all wear. And A.F.F is sporting some beautiful merch by the Mutant Cartel. This is some merch I've got on here by a good friend of ours, Dim from Songe, and they do custom merch. And this is actually a hat I got in Lisbon in the merch pop-up from ApeFest, but I'll come to that. It was amazing. You get to the queue, the cabs. I see them, they see me. This guy from Canada just goes, "I know why you're here." I'm like, "I know why you're here." So yeah, got
vibes
cab
kicked off immediately as soon as you got there. Pretty much, love it.
I mean, it was funny actually. It kicked off at Luton Airport, which is where I flew out from, and there were no apes there whatsoever because obviously I think I was in one of those kind of crossover days where some people had already left, some people were yet to come, and I was like kind of in the kind of drift bit where there were no apes at all. Maybe they were at the more international airports like Heathrow or Gatwick, but I don't know. I was sitting down there. I posted something on Twitter saying, waiting for the plane. And someone I knew, her name's Emmy from DGen Distillery, who are an amazing UK Web3 brand with some amazing vodka that they have that's about to be rolled out in lots of shops and things. And they collab with Brewdog and Google. Anyway, she replied saying, "Oh, me too." And I look at the photo, and there's me in her photo, top left of her photo, and I just kind of look round.
Like in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was fucking epic, mate. So we hugged because I hadn't seen her for a few weeks. We met each other for the first time down at Zebu Live, which is promoted as the UK's largest Web3 conference. I'd kind of say it's one of the only ones, but it was pretty big.
Still the biggest.
Yeah, the biggest. And we, went out for drinks after with the Duke from Cartel and a few others, and Mikey from DGen Distillery. So we ended up sharing the plane. I had a whole row to myself, so I said, "Well, come and sit with me." We had a beer, and that's how we started. And 2 hours just flew by, quite literally. And and that was great. And I have to say, we spent most of the time getting cabs together and meeting each other at events and side events and parties. So that was amazing. We spent lots of time with each other, which was really cool. Amazing woman, and yeah, she's the community manager from DJ and Distillery, who were one of the partners of the after party with the cartel. At the Serum Dock. So that was the reason why she was going to ApeFest. But anyway, got to the hotel, done my stuff, go straight out. As I'm waiting for a cab, I see someone who I'm pretty certain I know is Michael K from Wallet Guard. It turned out it was him. And yeah, went straight to now I'm trying to remember what it was, the boarding crater house that was location down in Riverside. I think it's called Riverside. Sounds familiar. May just be because of the platform we're using, but no, I'm pretty certain it was called Riverside. I was helping on an event with Fuck It Productions, who are an amazing Web3 events production company, founded by our friend Buffalo. And I was assisting with the event that we were doing with Board Closet and the German Ape Yacht Club, in conjunction with Boarding Creator House, which is an amazing space, run by Colleen, who you know, and the boarding people, so NFT Hoarder and Popil, Squiddy as well. Anyway, I walk up there after I couldn't find it. Jump out of the cab. I see someone who I think might help. I go, "Where's the event? I have no idea where I'm going." The cab's just going round and round, and it was Natty Ape, who's also been involved in the event as well.
Yeah.
And he was one of the DJs, the resident DJ, also for the Boarding Creator House. And he says, "You've got to go up the ramp." Went up the ramp, and yeah, that's when the vibes began. And I got to see obviously Buffalo and Hydro Animation, a good friend of mine as well, Jack, Ahura as well, and so many people that I hadn't seen since Paris, who I'd never met before but knew, like people like Thibaut. I'd never met Squiddy before. And yeah, we just vibed and, drunk and just caught up it was an amazing space. Music was pumping. We're, sticking stickers everywhere. I was sticking Red Hat's Mutant Made Music stickers as well everywhere. It was such a great vibe, and that was literally within an hour of landing in Lisbon, and that's pretty much how it continued. No matter where I went, we can go on to those bits. Sure. But not to give you more FOMO than you have already been feeling these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm already burned out from the FOMO. It's too much. My nerve endings are irreparable by now. So it was immediate vibe fest. Everything was kicking off. You're bumping into people immediately. And additionally, you're not just there to party, but you're also there to work. So you were helping out Fuck It a little bit, Board Closet some, a little bit, networking. I think putting in work for the Undead Hour show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got some connections going.
And you were there displaying your very own book.
Yes, that's very true. So right? That's a good segue. Maybe I can use my new transition button here. Should we try? Whoa. Hero the Doggo, yes, was at ApeFest HQ. Which was at a different location to where the event was the previous night, but the main section, which was the Convento di Beato, which I probably think ordinarily is like a kind of exhibition space, but the Board Yacht Club took it over. It was magnificent. I've never seen anything like it before, and this was also the first year which it was very much like a drop-in policy, so you could just chill and vibe there. They had like a string quartet playing. They had applied primate plushes that you could win from the kind of claw machine, which this is one. I didn't win it, and I'll explain how I managed to get that in a second. But the ApeFest HQ was just beautiful. They had a huge statue of an ape. The NBA display. Yeah, Curtis. The NBA display section where Hero was just phenomenal. It was there for the entire 3 days, and you could just walk and see so many people that you knew. They're MBAs. Again, people who are just listening. MBA stands for Made by Apes, and Made by Apes is a license that you can get from Yuga Labs. Like I said, who are the people behind Border Yacht Club, and you can turn with your using your mutant ape or OG ape as the kind of main license to register. You can create a product or service, and in my case, I created Heroes Metaverse Adventure, which is a children's book, and all of the other products that were on display at the NBA bodega were also Made by Apes products. So many of our friends were there. I was right near Great Florentino's chocolate. Board Keebs was there. Her name's Imperia. Amazing woman I met at ApeFest. She works for Yuga Labs. One of the I think creative directors, or amazing person. It was just such a great vibe there. You could get some like a Negroni or some red wine from this kind of like a hole in the kind of wall with a curtain. You kind of like use this knocker, and then an ape hand comes out and gives you your drink. Like really cool touches. You could pick up your three, your card 3 cards, and just hang out. I mean, there were obviously there was a kind of pre-ApeFest party there on the Friday night, I believe, and that was really awesome. You got to go, you went to different rooms and hanging out with people, and amazing visuals. All the stained glass windows they'd customized. I imagine they kind of wrapped them with things, but Curtis again, cult style. I'm sure we've all seen some of these on X already.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of the footage and video from it.
It's so cool,
and
man.
it was very much, it's funny because it was like, oh, this is not a cult, and then you see the imagery, and it was like Curtis as like a big monk statue, and then there's the little friggin' mantle with all the little Curtis statues in front, and the stained glass windows. There was like a lot of imagery that would suggect otherwise.
Mate,
that this is not a cult. So exactly. They had an altar.
And in fact, they called it the sacrificial altar. So you'd sacrifice something. So you put your stickers on there and things, and that's where me and Web3 Gatsby, Kids Guru, and Jaime from Albada, we jumped on the Grateful Show. They were doing the Grateful and Tino and Beast were doing the Grateful Show live at the Boarding Creator House, and we just jumped on. Baron was with us. And we were at that sacrificial altar at that time. There was like another kind of, I guess you'd call it an altar, a little bit further down in this outside kind of courtyard with Curtis and candles. And that's where you could scan to get this figurine, like a very large figurine for free sent to you of Curtis, which was amazing. I'm still waiting for mine to come in the post. But Jaime was the one who gave me this mega Applied Primate mega robot, because he'd won 2, and I said I wanted to get one for Junior Coin for my son Zach, and I hadn't won, and he just said, "Here, you can have this. You can have this one." Zach,
show me the damn thing.
Zach will enjoy it. Oh,
maybe next time.
No. I'm going to go. All right. You're going to have to keep rolling. All right. Keep it rolling. Right.
So I'm curious to know, we'll have Dave tell us a little bit, but it sounds like the landscape of the event was scattered throughout the city, which is very cool that they kind of expanded around in different buildings and gave us settings. So Dave, tell us about, it sounds like the event was kind of spread throughout. That's cool. That's very cool. Which mega is that? Is that the robot?
It's a mega robot, yeah.
Ooh.
They had one that was a mega zombie, and you could take out the brain.
What?
Yeah, it was so amazing.
Come on. If this is, I need that. I'm going to have to get one. So is that actually, did you give that to Junior Coin, or is it yours?
Well, we're keeping it together, so it lives in
Stays in
in the room over there with all my other
sure
merch and stuff.
paraphernalia. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But what a nice thing to do, hire me to do that, And this is
Yeah.
the thing, I've said this so many times before, but these in real life meetups, they're so amazing. The people you meet are amazing. You have this real sense of community. Like I'm going to say this, you know, again, if you're a new listener to this show, you've just stumbled upon Web3, you're trying to understand more about it. If you get an opportunity to go to an in real life event in your locale, please go. There is quite simply nothing like it. The people you meet, the shared experiences, the networking and connections you can make are untold. And it's just an amazing vibe. You really become, part of an amazing Web3 family. So, yeah, that's how it really, really felt. And
It just locks you in.
yeah,
I went to Fuck It Miami, and that's where I met Buffalo and a lot of the
mm,
team from the Mutant Cartel. That's where I got this T-shirt. That's ties into how Dave and I became such good friends and started doing this show. The people that you meet throughout these communities really, really make it worth it when you show up to an IRL event, and it's the voice because you've been in VC, you've been sharing each other's Twitter posts, you've been in the Discord with each other, and you have that rapport with somebody, and you speak the same. But it's like when you finally really meet the person, it just like locks it in, and you just you get those feels. And it
yeah,
really solidifies those bonds. So I
one
can't
hundred
say enough
percent,
about IRLs. And
100%.
unfortunately for me, it seems like you guys get a lot more IRL events over there because Dave's been to like 6 in the past year to my one. But I have another one coming up next month, Bitcoin
Yeah,
Boston. But we're always trying to network and connect and make it out to these spaces. So it absolutely makes such a difference.
100%. But yeah, so and then I went to the merch pop up as well. And this is where I met Imperia and I picked up some of
Tell
this
me.
merch, like this cute, cool cap. Pardon?
So just to like help me envision this
Yeah,
in my mind, it sounds like the Ape Fest was pretty much, was it spread throughout the city, or was it like within a
yeah,
district or a building, or like it sounds like people had to travel over for different
yeah.
events and
We,
things.
we did spend a lot of time in cabs, so 20 minutes
Okay.
here, then 20 minutes there. And I think even if you stayed somewhere central, you would then still have to have 20 minutes to get to another place. So,
Sure.
the HQ, which was again, there was an events there, drop-ins all day, every day, check in, check out, whatever you want. You can chill, you can eat, you can drink, you can whatever you want to do, network, socialize. Um, that was it kind of central in the Beato. Then obviously you had Boarding Crater House, which was in Marvilla, which is 20 minutes away from that. The MBA selling part was also in Marvilla, which was only for one day. And I was doing something with Jack, and so I was there, and the cartel were there, and loads of people, like Mutant Spear, Gucci Cheetah was there, Tino and Grateful, so everyone, Gin everyone was doing, trying to sell their products as well, or their services. Bad Teeth was there with, the 288 whiskey, and I got to meet a lot of other people's partners as well, which was great.
Hmm.
And I got to meet people I'd been vibing with for so long, but never met. People like Sandman, Joe, Pancho Poppins.
Nice.
So yeah, so that was really cool. But that was on another location. And the then the Ape Hotel, which is something that A.F.F, who is a UK ape, and he runs his he has an events company. I'm just looking down because it's just left my mind. Ape Concierge. He essentially designated this as the Ape Hotel and had a really cool deal. And people bought his packages essentially.
Oh, I
And
saw that.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw when I was looking it up, there was
yeah,
like apehotel.com
yeah,
or something to that
yeah.
effect. And I was like,
So
wait, what?
he
And
took over this hotel,
very cool.
or a lot, had bought out slots in the rooms
Sure.
and things.
Yeah.
But he, first of all, he's a UK ape, so I got to, big up him, but he threw these amazing events as well, parties. Friday night was the night where I was like, okay, Dave's going to get drunk. So, the next couple of days I could just take it chill. And he threw this amazing event. You know what? I can't even remember what it was. It was no, I do know. It was the okay. It was the after party for the pre-party of ApeFest. Okay, so the after party for the pre-ApeFest party. And again, I got to meet so many people I hadn't seen for a long time, or I'd never met before, but always, really admired people like Baron and Nana, and Gabbo was there. I mean, anyone who was anyone was there, and it was just so good. And he had coup d'etats and really, really thought about what he wanted to do for the community and for the people that were going. So, but that was in one location, which fortunately was only 3 minutes from my hotel. But yeah, it was dotted around, and obviously then the Serum Dots for the after party. Well, sorry, I should say ApeFest was then at a different location, which was the LX factory, which was a good 15 to 20 minutes from the Convento de Beato, which is the ApeFest HQ. And then the after party at the Serum Docks, which was, I think, only about 10 minutes in a cab from LX Factory. So it definitely was dotted around. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you could really avoid that. Lisbon is...
It's cool. It's cool because you get to actually see a bit of the city and pop around the different parts.
But you're busy the whole time. There was no time to see the city.
I saw some very cool footage in one of the Yuga videos where there was just kind of showing the feel of the event, and there was some of the city, and it was like really nice city street, and then you see all the people walking by and they're all wearing ape stuff. It was very cool. It looked like a very picturesque, beautiful city.
I mean, Lisbon is beautiful. That was my second time going there. I hadn't been back since 2018. But it very much was a collaborative journey with everybody. So many people from Europe, obviously, since it is in Europe, but the German apes were strong. There's so many of them there, which was really great to see. Also from the UK, huge participation and gathering from the UK. Chimpers communities were there as well, which was great to hang with them, with Insight and meet Timpers for the first times. I've never met Timpers before, so that's Insight's brother, and they too run the Chimpers project. Hanging out with Mistaken President and Heebie Jeebie from Applied Primate. I've obviously had chats with them before, but never met them in real life. Hanging out with Nana and Taylor from Other Page at their event, which is like a 10K TF event, again at another location. And I was a bit late. I was a bit late to that one, so I'm really itchy on my beard. I don't know why. So I got there late, but then stayed kind of until they were kicking us out and closing up. The hot lady bar lady even threw in my beer, which is annoying. But yeah, so I got just hanging out with amazing people. People like Baloo from UK 8 Club and Dim from Songe. And so many others.
I'm gonna need to get a name drop.
Passport?
Dinger.
Passport,
yes.
Yeah. You need
but
to get
for future
passport.
Episodes.
Sort it out.
I'm gonna get a name drop dinger for every time you name drop.
You're gonna get one. Bing, yeah, proper bell, old-fashioned hotel bell. But
it's good. I want to hear this because these are the people we wanted. This is what you want to do. You want to meet up with all the people from the space. So I love it. I love that you have 500 names to drop.
I mean, was it? So Callum said he calls me Omnipresent Dave, and he was drinking with him and things like that. Reader as well. I mean, that legend Reader.
Legend.
So I remember. Well, I'll come on to Reader in a second. But yeah, Callum's like, Omnipresent Dave, you're everywhere. But it was such a great opportunity. Many people said, Dave, you really work in the room. This was at the Ape Hotel. It was perfect.
That's my guy.
But you know what? I really wanted to speak to so many people because A, I hadn't seen them ever, but I knew who they were. B, I hadn't seen them since Paris and I really wanted to catch up. And C, I just really wanted to to experience as much as possible and meet these legends in the space, people I really admire, and just wanted to spend time with them. And we'll come on to Rita. Rita was one of them, just probably one of the nicest, not probably, definitely one of the nicest people I've ever met. Happiest person I think I've ever met. And on the Friday morning when I went back to the boarding creator house, bit of a hangover, and he's sitting there, he's still drinking. I can't do hair the dog. And I said to him, "You're so happy," and he goes, "I love life. Everyone needs to love life." And I tell you, I've really taken that away in these last few weeks, where he said, to try and be more like Rita, enjoy life, love life, do things that you want to do rather than things that you really have to do. So it was actually very inspirational, but lovely guy.
Thank you, Rita.
Yeah,
it's been a noticeable change in Dave's outlook since the event.
Yeah.
Love it. Mr. Happy over here.
Definitely. It really puts you in such an amazing frame of mind and feeling. Just this, the happy hormones, the endorphins, this kind of positive feedback, just gives you like that love drug, doesn't it?
So do you think that attending IRL events sort of gives you hope and sort of confirms your beliefs that Web3 is real? It's not just something that we're doing online. Like, this really kind of solidifies that, where you see so much thought and effort going into an IRL event, and then all of the people being there, right?
100%. I think going to something like ApeFest, that is so I was just making sure I had enough space on my laptop. We do. It's all good.
Oh my God.
We've done an hour already. So, I wanted to see how much space it used up to this recording. It is tiny amounts, so it's good. Going to ApeFest, as in the actual ApeFest, that made you believe and realize, holy shit, this is real. Because what the Bored Ape Yacht Club threw was nothing short of stunning. The LX Factory is a really cool, how do I describe it? It's like an area where you have quite a few restaurants, but there was a main kind of events venue, right? Almost these restaurants, it's a bit like a pop-up, like a market, like a kind of market, right?
Sure.
And yeah, they've done a magnificent job. There was these kind of not even like water tanks or water towers, things that had beaming the BAYC logo on it, an ApeFest logo as well. And then you go into the event, just the huge production the team had done was astonishing, right? Screens up with apes and mutants being displayed, a huge stage, huge kind of circular screens with different BAYC logos, a huge moon right in the middle glowing, and then in the back room was equally large with pool tables and a bar and a place where you could watch people in the other side. Other side is a huge expansive metaverse experience where you can participate in games and socials, and you can also use your ape. If you've got an OG ape, you can play as that as your ape in other side.
So they had a live portal where you could view that. Oh, that's
people
cool.
were playing at the same time, where people who weren't at ApeFest were playing, and then on the wall you could see people playing in the other side. But then again, there was a huge feature wall with different BAC logos and images they'd used throughout, the last couple of years, and all the stuff to do with ApeFest in Lisbon. And even my ape was in a frame, which I couldn't believe. I was so proud to see one of my derivatives that a good friend of mine, Gyro, had created. It was actually taken off an original photo that I took when I was in Lisbon. It was of a tram, and I said, "Well, can you put my mutant on that tram, sipping a mutant's beer and eating a serum-filled Portuguese tart?" And he did. And the team obviously liked that, and it was in a frame on the kind of BOIC FOMO wall with everything else, and had like a yacht wheel, steering wheel, and all those sorts of things. And it's just amazing. And then outside area as well, where people were smoking and drinking and connecting. And I got to meet the guy. I can't remember his name, but he was the guy who kind of heads up the Web3 side at BMW, because obviously they launched the Ape car, which is a BMW.
Designed by Rita.
Yeah, so the its entire wrap is designed by Rita. And yeah, I met the guy who really, spearheaded that whole Web3 side for BMW. And again, that was a really epic reveal of the Ape car live at ApeFest. And then again, Gaga's there. I gave Gaga a copy of my book on the first night, which was amazing. Got a photo with him. And Illa as well, like such a nice guy. I've met him a few times. And Reader's on stage as well. Figures there on stage talking about Apechain and ApeFest and the community. To answer your question again, it makes you believe for real this is a thing. This is not some make believe, bro club. And the other thing is, it was also fairly equally weighted with women, which was amazing to see. And maybe not 50-50, but I'd say maybe 60-40, which was really, really great to see. Loads of plus ones, lots of women there, lots of women who were in the club, but their husbands weren't, and they were their plus ones, and vice versa. So it really felt very, matched. And yeah, the real belief that we are
amazing.
In an amazing club.
That's surprising to hear. That's
all run vibes, amazing products by amazing people.
I love that.
Just great to spend time with everybody there.
That's fantastic. I mean, to hear that kind of ratio, I mean, I feel like you might be exaggerating a little bit.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
still, before it was like
100%,
5 to 95%.
Yeah.
So
it was not like that at all.
A noticeable change in that is great. I hope everyone treated them respectfully, as they should their brothers, as we do with all of our community members. As I know we've heard about that at other events in the past. So I'm glad to hear that the vibe was a lot more professional, a lot more split.
Electric,
fantastic. And I gotta say, like, Garga was just out there, like where you say you were omnipresent. Like I saw so many photos of Garga with so many people. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Like, that's what people want. They want access to the founder. They want to shake the hand. Huh?
He spent loads of time with people. He was really, I mean, the entire team were, Spicy Tina, Imperia, Baron, Illa, Figgy, and so many others who I didn't really know, that I haven't mentioned. I'm sure they did the same. Everyone was there. The team were really invested in spending time with the community. In fact, I saw Illa everywhere. Illa was just everywhere, checking people out, hanging with people, loads of photos, just chatting. It was cool. Nice. It was just I absolutely loved it. I loved every minute of it. Have to say, because of my age, I didn't know the music elements. I watched the break dancing for age, but yeah, I had no idea. I know they were big people. They're like big timers. I can't
French
even
Montana.
Never heard of him. But people seem to know him, so that was a good thing.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. There you go. Do you?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know him, and the other person, I think I had heard of before. There's someone else.
The DJ?
There was another person. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you out to dry on this one.
Yeah, I can't remember who the other one was, but they were good though. But come like and everyone was having a good time. So they definitely read the room really well with the banging tunes. But yeah, I'm showing my age. What can I do? Give me some drum bass from the noughties any day. Yeah, jungle is massive. But then at 12:30, I left to go to the Serum Docks for the Cartel after party. And they partnered with Zata Finance and DJ Distillery and Fucking Productions and Thank Ape. And it was, that was also just an incredible vibe right on the docks, quite literally on the water. At one point, a frigging like pirate ship. I mean, obviously it wasn't a pirate ship, but an actual ship sails down, just starts not riding by. I don't know what you say. Boats, what do they do? Floating by, yeah, kind of. Of course, they
What do
float.
boats do?
Of course, boats float. What am I
Yeah.
saying? They
They drive by just like
we're
the
sinking
planes.
now. We're sinking. We have to just fill out with laughter. Yeah, they just start sailing by.
Oh, as a sailboat. Okay.
And I just got to hang out with people like Avi and Lena and Volo and Kodiaks and Simon and Callum, obviously. Gildas from Paris was there. He owns the Le G5, where we did our DJs in Paris event.
DJs in Paris, yeah.
Yeah. He's there. Buff's there. Buff's working his ass off, doing all the content and photos. Videos. Yep. He pretty much spent most of the 3 days just working and on it. Really, really proud of him. Just spending time with the Albawa legends and got to meet Pop Paint.
I want to know, because this is the event I wanted to hear about. Like, I saw because you were kind enough to FaceTime me at some obscene hour in the morning, I saw the Mutant Cartel's setup at the bodega, which I heard was absolutely blowing everybody else out of the fucking water.
It was amazing.
So what was the setup like at the event? I mean, was it similarly outstanding? Did they have just like cartel hands and serum stuff everywhere? I mean, the ApeFest, the Fuck It Friday in Miami, or Saturday actually, was pretty insane as far as their setup. So I'm curious if it was that same level.
So at the NBA market, they had this really cool lighting thing, which was kind of like squares.
The scaffolding. There was a scaffolding with digital screens set up in the background.
Like LED things, and then obviously all the different Mutant Hound ordinals would run off a lever that was attached to. So, but they were trying to obviously make it like the
slot
like
machine,
Serum City, but the washroom in Serum City. So they then, and then there was also a screen that you could then put your Mutant Hound number in, and that would appear in a frame, and a separate kind of screen. But then the one with the lever, the images on the scaffolding, it was like, you had to get a certain sequence and then you'd win, and then it would spit out or print out like a kind of raffle ticket. And if it says you won, then you put it in the in this pot, and I think you could win a Mutant Hound ordinal from that, I believe. I actually have no idea.
I believe that's correct. I think they put out a tweet saying that was the winner was going to be announced soon, because I don't know if there was multiples, but
could you win a Mutant Hound ordinal? Was that what it was?
It was something. I don't know. I'd have to go back to the Discord to check. I know they put it in announcements and said that there was going to be prizes awarded for people who did that.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was now. But anyway, they lifted and shifted it from the bodega market at my villa. I moved it to the Serum Docks. So that was there. Mutants Beer had obviously sponsored a lot of the drinks. So you had Mutants Beer, and obviously, as you know, when you pour it, is actually that kind of serum green color. But then the bar staff had clear cups with the lights at the bottom. They really made it shine serum green, which was really cool. There was a huge area to dance with a really cool DJ that was almost like in his own scaffolding, which was really cool. And
did you cut a rug?
Pardon?
Did you cut a rug?
Did I what?
Were you out dancing?
Oh, was I dancing? Sorry. I thought you cut a rug. You mean cut some shapes? Was I cutting some shapes? Yeah.
Sure. The old saying in America.
God. Where's Luca? Hang on. Here he is.
Oh my God. You've never heard
cutting some shapes?
You've never heard cut a rug before?
No, I have not heard that one before. So
that must be New England.
Yeah, not England. Yeah.
New.
Anyway. Yeah, and then there were some VIP areas. Some pretty influential and famous people were there. Again, wasn't entirely sure who they were because I'm 42, but I was told they were pretty famous, influential people. And then the back room was an NBA display area, which was beautifully done. They had Mutant Hound ordinals in black and white in huge kind of prints hanging, and then the other side of the room the same, but the Fused Hound collection, huge LED screen going through like the Serum City stuff, and then in the middle on drums were different MBAs. So I had, again, Here Are the Doggles displayed there, and I was able to put loads of stickers on that drum. This amazing I can't remember what it's called now, but and I've forgotten his name. Bouvet is the mutant. He's from Mongolia, I believe, and he had created this traditional Mongolian dress outfit that he was wearing most of the weekend, and he actually donated it to Lee from the UK Club, because Lee had actually donated some to him, and he got that donated to him, which is amazing. But that was on display. Some cartel, what they called snowboarding gear as well, and then
the ski suit,
the ski suits, the Fuck It Productions, Fuck It Friday vinyl also on display. On drums, I was scattering Mutant Made Music, which is Red Hat, the MC's new brand, cool. New NBA brand. Actually, I put those stickers everywhere. You know what? Everywhere. So first of all, I stuck those stickers everywhere. Where I was placing them, they'd always get swept up at all these events. Bang, Red Hat's stickers gone. Nice. But yeah, the NBA room was so nicely done, and actually not that many. So it was really almost like privileged to be part of it. All my books went. I gave out 53 copies of Heroes Metaverse Adventure throughout the entire ApeFest weekend, which was amazing. So even the ones that were from in the Serum docs, in the NBA section, and also at ApeFest NBA section, I gave those away. So, and then obviously 45, 50 more, which was amazing.
So you were really working over there. You had 2 displays.
Yeah.
Networking, giving out books, shaking hands.
Yeah, I mean,
kissing hounds.
Trying to push the bar further. And I was at the NBA market with Jack, so we had done a kind of a collab art piece with my little pudgy called Hoddle, and so he created some new art for that, and he was signing those posters, and the first 10 to buy were also getting a free copy of my book. So I did kind of that stuff as well. But going back to the Serum docs, the outside area was stunning. I mean, and there was food, drinks, lots of people, all weekend as well. And which is fine. The smell was everywhere, lovely smell. Volo was hammered. Great to see him. Avi was pretty hammered.
Volo! Yeah. My guy, living it up. Glad to see it.
Living it up. He bought me a few drinks. And yeah, just really, really nicely done. I mean, I think I was there till 3 or 3:30. I think 3:30 I left. And I saw NFT. I mean, first of all, as soon as I walked in, NFT's there. Big hug from him. Because I'd actually never met NFT before. I've spoken to him many times, but never met him in real life.
True diamond geezer.
Yeah, real diamond geezer. Fortunately, I was able to. I saw him the day before at their pop up in the market, but yeah, that was really cool. I mean, he was like working that door because it was so busy and so many people wanted to get in, and Callum did say don't come late, and so people who were turning up like at 2-3 o'clock, it's already so full you can't get in. So he was obviously making disappointing a few people, but what can you do? There's a limit to how many people can be in there, and it was packed.
Nice.
But it was a great vibe. Pardon, mate?
Yeah. I said, love to hear that. Such a party that people weren't getting in.
That's what you want, right?
That tells you that's the spot to be.
It was the official after party, and it really was an after party. No, I think I said on Mutant Monday, the only thing I was disappointed about is like certain people couldn't be there, like yourself and Vanguard and Red Hat. But look, we can't always be at the same events the whole time. I just hope that at some point within the next 12 months we can see. I told you she was gonna. She had to make an appearance. Yeah, I hope in the next 12 months we get to rectify that. But other than that, it was just amazing after party by the Cartel. Well done, Cartel. Well done, other lads. Well done, the team. Everyone else involved. Yeah, let's give them a clap. It's quite a long clap. There we go. And well done, Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club, because again, the most incredible weekend. Apechain went live. We'll come on to that in a second. But
we'll
Apechain went live with Top Trader, which is a kind of gamified trading app. The Hound has just walked in. We'll see where this goes.
I gotta say, like, I noticed, because the fucking Saturday in Miami was also Yuga Labs, Mutant Cartel, and Applied Primates together. It sounds like when the throwdown happens, you'll see these communities there, and they really just link together for such an amazing event. The way that they put everything together and just kind of compartmentalize each section, but also brand it together, like visually stunning. I think that they just do such a good job. I absolutely love to see it, and it's so cool to have those communities together, building, connected, and everybody just commingling and vibing out. So absolutely epic, man. Got to make it to the next one. Got to get my passport together.
Get it sorted, mate. Because I think it could. I heard vibes. I know there was an Ape Coin, Apechain thing in Las Vegas, but there were talks that maybe it could be Vegas next year for ApeFest. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But the guys, the team at Yuga Labs did the most amazing job. The production was off the charts, and a lot of people said this was the first time that whole ApeFest HQ, the whole kind of dropping in whenever you want, they never had that before. That wasn't possible in Hong Kong, so they loved that, and I loved that. The collabs again with these other brands, like you mentioned, Applied Primate, it was just phenomenal. BMW, phenomenal. So yeah, I'm going to give another round of applause to everyone who's involved with ApeFest, and also the people who did all the side events. Brought in, fucking productions, Ball Closet, Ape Concierge, and so many others. If you put on an event, you smashed it. There were events that I couldn't go to as well. I never made it to the Chimbers event or the French Apes event, and so many others. But Pizza Dao event I couldn't make. But if you were involved in an event, this is also for you. So Yuga Labs and everyone else in between, thanks for an amazing weekend. ApeFest was amazing, madness. Can't wait for the next one. Let's fucking go. Maybe even do the cheer as well. Let's fucking go. Let's go, guys. Amazing job. So yeah, and I tell you, I was pretty bummed to be home, I've got to say. After all that,
you get that. I don't want to say what it's like coming down from, but it's there's so much fun activity, all the serotonin, all your friends, all your networking and communication with people, and then you come home and you're in your office, you're back at your computer.
I know,
and it's a real come down. But
fortunately, 3 days later, I took off to Oslo with the Coin family, and I met up with Lena. So
another vacay.
Another vacay. So that got me through the ApeFest blues, as we're all calling it, and that was great to hang out with Lena for an evening, and my wife and my son got to spend lots of time with her, and she gave us a tour around Oslo. Beautiful city, by the way. You gotta go when you get your passport sorted out. And it was great to see my wife. Pardon? What did you say?
Soon.
Yeah, make it happen.
Soon.
And just see my wife asking, questions to someone who's, for a woman, and someone who's amazingly professional, a creator, an artist, someone who's extremely big in the Web3 space as well. So great to see my wife ask those questions rather than rely on information from me. She really
doesn't want to hear it from you anyway.
She wants to stop hearing it from me.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So the fact that she was actually able to speak to someone who's on her wavelength and her gender it made a massive difference. And obviously Zach just loved her, and she loved him as well, and it was that was really good. But now I'm back. I'm not going anywhere for a while.
He's going to be the youngest cartelian, I think. I mean, this guy is a true NFT or.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're doing this show for, and the reason why we've moved from X spaces, which largely is quite insular. I think I know lots of people that don't even use X. I know people who don't even know what X space is, but a lot of people know what a podcast is, and what Spotify is and what YouTube is. So, making it more expanded and onboarding people and bridging that gap between Web 2 and Web 3. That was the whole reason I did my book. This is the reason why Zach, who's the next generation of Web 3 adopters, he's only 10. This is the space that's for them. Parents who are curious and questioning technology, this is what this show is about now. So, onboarding as many people as possible in our space. The next generation, they're the ones who are going to be really pushing it because we're so early. You can only imagine what 10 years time is going to look like when, my son when Zach's going to be 20, really leading and charging into this space even more, and what services and products are going to be even more accessible. And imagine the ApeFest in 10 years time. I mean, it's
gonna be wild. Technology doubles itself every 2 years, and that was before AI was really a thing. So we are going to be just at an exponential rate increasing technology and its availability to people and our ability to use it to produce content, etc. So I mean, things are really going to be on the fast track, I think, in the next few years. So I'm excited to be here. It is early. It feels like we're in the thick of it, but it's only going to be developing at a insane pace. So here for it, and absolutely looking forward to seeing this massive onboarding of people from Web 2 into Web 3 and making that transition. And speaking of onboarding people, the last element to your ApeFest trip that we were going to get into was the launching of Apechain during the event.
That is a very good transition. I'm going to press the other button. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love it. Just chop. I love these transitions. Yeah. First of all, I have to apologize because I don't know if you can hear through the mic. My stomach is rumbling. Are you hearing it?
Nah.
No, thank God for that. Okay. Because it's coming through my headphones. Yeah. Apechain. Apechain. Well, first of all, Apechain has gone insane.
Apechain is
Apechain is a new blockchain of the Avalanche layer. Is that right? Did I say it right? Avalanche?
Arbitrum.
Thank you. Arbitrum layer. That's better. Thank you, A.F.F. Of the Arbitrum layer, and brought to you, by Yuga Labs. The ecosystem of Apechain is run by the Apecoin coin, which is a cryptocurrency coin, which you can trade, and that's the cryptocurrency that you use for gas, for purchasing NFTs, for selling NFTs, and you use Apecoin for that. And it's very much as Gaga would say, it's, I guess, built by apes, but it's for all. It's for everybody, and it really is for everybody. But I have to say, it's really pulled in the apes, in the BOIC and MAYC and affiliated projects like the cartel. We're all really, focused very, very tightly right now, like laser focused on Apechain.
It's been wild. It's been what, 2 weeks now since it launched?
2 weeks. Like I said, it went live during ApeFest. I was there, and Gaga or Figgy, I think it was, quite literally said, right, it's live, and Top Trader came alive, and we all played with that. But it was after that, the collection started to appear, and apes appeared, punks appeared, Jimmy appeared, and some really cool artwork and projects that some are still pretty low, but others that have just ballooned like you wouldn't believe. So monkeys.
I've been watching your bags, Dave. I've been watching.
You've been spying on our wallet. Probably
had
with
to
a bit
get
of
caught up
jealousy.
for the show. I needed to know. So in the 2 weeks that since this has been transpired, I had, of course, 2 busy weeks in my IRL Web 2 job, which had me feeling pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
As Dave mentioned, there was a lot of projects minting. The NFT platform was pretty much going wild. Magic Eden with Apechain developed rapidly and became quite busy. So as he said, there was the punks on Ape. There's apes on Ape.
I'm actually checking.
Jimmy's.
I wanted to check the most accurate at time of recording floor price of monkeys, which is the one that has ballooned. Wow, yeah. So it's yeah, it's at 1,000.
My last check was. Oh, is it? It made it to 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's dropped down.
Been flying.
Dropped down 998, but I saw it. I saw it exceed 1,300 at one point just before the show. Yeah, I saw.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw 1,300.
I saw your earliest
crazy.
entry. So
yeah, that was under 20.
Nice job.
I mean, I have to say, I did do a bit of a silly
Thanks
one.
for the heads up.
I did. Did I tell you about monkeys?
No.
Did I not tell you about monkeys? Mate,
No.
There's been so many, and I didn't think really. I knew it would do well because of the kind of art style, and it's quite silly as well. And I thought, well, people like that stuff. Silly does well. Yeah, but so that's why I bought 2, just in the hope that some play would work, because I've bought so many. Yeah, I had 2. I had 2. Sold one, which was very silly.
Oh.
It was a gold grill one. I never should have sold that. I know. And solo, like I kind of. It's
okay. It's okay. You still have a low entry. You got one. You can flip for a good.
So I sold 1, and then I picked up another 2 as things were kind of increasing, because I thought you never know. We're all trying to, and this is definitely the sentiment. We're all trying to play right now. We're playing, and it's such good fun. Pure 2021 vibes. And I say that, and I only really just got into the space of 2021. So, I wasn't even playing in 2021 where other people were. But if
we came in at the tail end of it, essentially. It had been happening in late 20 into 2021. So, I mean, the activity, the content, like, it was undeniable what was going on. And that's kind of what shifted both of us from, crypto collecting into NFTs, because we showed up about the same time, scratching our heads and saying, damn, looks like we missed some of these boats. But we got into it. We were there feeling the end of the vibes, everybody partying, and before everything started to head down. But it's very similar. I totally agree. It's like, I mean, I was in the voice channels in the Cartel Discord last night until around midnight with people from your time zone. So I mean, we were going ham. Jimmy Floor was flying. Jimmy's were going. Well. Monkeys are going. I mean,
Jimmy's really 175.
Jimmy's.
Yeah, I just closed. I actually don't. I didn't mean to close the. Let's have a look. Jimmy's at almost 200. Again,
they were
pushing
mistakes. 143 last night, about 10 hours ago. So
196 right now.
Mutant Jimmys have doubled. I picked up 2 yesterday at 10.
Oh, nice one. Some zombies, so, I'm sure.
Obviously, yeah. I have like 5 or 6 zombies now.
Oh, good man. That makes sense. Yeah. I have a few. I think I have one or two zombies. But again, made some silly plays with Jimmy as well. Sold 1 high.
Me too.
And sold like 5 solo. Like, it hurts to think about it. That's how low you think.
I mean, when you say that, it's like these aren't Ethereum or Bitcoin NFTs that we're paying $500 to $1,000 a piece for. I mean,
no,
you're able to have a nice low entry. I mean, obviously things are running up, and it becomes a little harder to you can't necessarily sweep the floor. I mean, some people can, some people can't. But if you're here, if you're within the space, if you're paying attention on X, if you're not at your fucking day job, you'll be in the know, and you'll be able to make it.
Full time, baby.
I'm
You're in
trying,
Web3
dude.
full
Like,
time.
yo, I work in marketing. Send me your offers. Looking for side work. Trying to get out of Web 2.
We should really actually say this to people who are listening, right? The majority of us are not in Web3 full time. You know, most of us are in Web 2 and we're paid by our jobs, whether you work for yourself or work for another company, to then spend our time in Web3. So, you know, let's not forget, you know, obviously that's the dream that, you know, for many people who are in this space, certainly ones who've been in here in the space for a very long time. But yeah, for people listening and thinking, wow, you know, I'm going to do a project and launch it and, you know, quit my job. Just be careful, do your own research, take your time, because yeah, it's only the very few that get to work in Web3. Clearly, there obviously are lots of people who do work in Web3. People that work for Yuga Labs or Animoca Brands. Animoca Brands is the brand behind like the Sandbox and things like that. But yeah, just take your time, enjoy the space, and you know, good things will happen. But yeah,
now's the time to get in, though. I mean, I'm literally meeting and hearing more people are starting to become full-time Web3, which I'm absolutely excited to hear. And the more people that join, the larger the ecosystem gets, and the more opportunity we have to become a full-time part of it. So it's like, you know, we're spending at least part of our time here, you know, part-time, say 20 plus hours a week, and looking to make this change. So as you become familiar with communities and you know, make your connections and grow your network, that can grow your net worth. So I mean, then you're able to actually, you know, maybe get involved in somebody else's project and help to push that, or pick up some side work, or do some consultation, etc., or start your own project. You know, I mean, opportunity is abound, and the space continues to grow. So I've really been happy to see. I think there's been I don't have the tweet in front of me, but I saw yesterday some stats about onboarding through Apechain and how many wallets have been activated.
Oh yeah, I saw something similar. Man, it was crazy amounts. Okay,
it was a big number. I'm trying to remember who it was so that I can pull it up.
It's look, I gotta say, I've been having such a great time, buying, selling, you know,
harassing me at work.
Well, I didn't want you to miss out on some of this stuff.
I
you know,
I
and you
appreciate
have missed out on a few things. You
could have done it for the monkeys. You could have done it for the monkeys, but instead it was something that is worth nothing now. But it's fine. It's fine.
I can't remember what it was that I suggested.
Yeah, it's gone. It's because it's off the radar now.
But I don't know. Oh, sorry, my bad, man. I thought I'd mention that. I mean, everything's been flying. You know, just you're flying on one thing, then you're flying on something else, and then something else, and you're minting 2, 3, 5, 10 people max minting, because you just kind of hope that 1 or maybe 2, but 1 will be fine. You know, makes it. It looks like it could be monkeys, but DYOR.
Should we shout one out? Should we shout one out that's gonna launch next week?
Yeah. So
there's at least a couple.
Yeah, well, the one I know of, and obviously one that Heroes Metaverse Adventure has just done a whitelist for. We've got 10 whitelist spots, but this is for
9. You got 9.
No, I've got to be fair.
I need one. You got one. I know you did.
I already got one through the UKA Club through Blue. But yeah, so 10. But this is for readers. G's on Ape. They look like they're very large 3D apes, real tonk ones.
If you don't know Rita, he is the absolute legend of 3D in the Web3 space. My dude has built out Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, Hounds, everything in between. He is creating an app for us to be able to use to create memes with our apes and hopefully mutants. And he's got so much going on.
And it's called his app. Look at that face.
Something with a B.
Dashbow.
Dashbow, thank you. Yeah. I was just looking at it this morning. It's very cool.
It looks amazing. Cannot wait.
We only have Bored Apes so far, so
but it won't be long. It won't be long. He's working it all. But yeah,
the guy. Yeah, I absolutely want to support that project. Didn't he drop another project like bird shit or fucking birds on ape or something? Wasn't that his? Some
No, that's
parrots.
Chef Tully. Met him. He's also from the UK. So
Okay.
yeah, he's on the he's on the he works with the Blood Primate as well. He's on their team. But
Ape
Chef
shit parrots.
Apeshit Parrots. Yeah, I picked out one. I mean, I've picked out one of so
Oh,
many.
floor is
Yeah.
up from yesterday.
Pardon?
Floor is up since
Yeah.
yesterday. I was
And like
picking them up sub
everything's.
one
Oh,
ape.
you've got. Oh, okay. So you've been making plays too. Good.
Yeah, I had to get caught up over the weekend. That's why I was in voice chat last night until
Yeah.
midnight or so, trying to
Wow. Midnight for
suss
you.
out what's going on. Yeah, midnight for me. It
Right.
was
So people from the
5
UK.
a.m. for
Wow.
Shawno.
Yeah. 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 Four at the moment. For
Uh,
1 week. I know. I know. British summertime. So for 1 week only, we
yeah,
are
yeah,
4 hours apart, and then I think
yeah.
next week we're back to 5.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Had a debacle yesterday thanks to that with some global meetings that we had scheduled. We forgot to mention that clocks were changing in some parts of
Oh,
the world, so
yeah. That's
mhm,
that's
mhm.
that's a doozy.
It's
Doozy.
fine. We made it
Um,
work.
good. But honestly,
Um,
it's been great and having a good time. Great to see some of the bags I had that bought low are doing well, and we'll just have to see. You got to do your research, baby. Like I can't give
I,
you more
I
than I've
rely
tried.
on you, Dave.
I know.
When I'm at
Sorry,
work
I
in
feel
the
bad.
office slaving for the man,
I'm gonna
I just need
I'm
those
gonna go.
DMs.
I'm gonna go back through our messages. I'm
All
sure
right.
I would have said just pick up one because it could be something.
I don't think you did. But I will
Anyway,
tell you, all right, so Dave mentioned G's. Do you know what day that's dropping?
um,
Minting?
no, not yet.
Okay.
So
All right. There is
it's
another project
next week.
that I've been keeping my eye on called Degen NFTs.
Okay.
DegenFT.io, I believe is the page. Um, cool, very cool style. It's not apes, it's animated cartoon figures with some very cool styling and traits. Obviously, just found out they're going to have zombies, so your boy's going zombie hunting. That mints Monday 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
No
So
shilling. He's just suggesting check it
hey
out.
man, DYOR, I think it's pretty interesting looking. They do have some opportunities to get whitelists and stuff going on out there. I think they were running some contests. Me and a few cartel members were actually able to get the early roll, so we were whitelisted.
Excellent.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Additionally, not necessarily on Apechain, but Monday is also the Skull X Infinite collection. We'll be minting 7 p.m. Monday night Eastern,
Well,
if I
I
remember.
just realised there actually is a mint in 10 minutes.
Fuck, what? We
Yeah.
gotta end this.
Hang on.
What is it?
Well, we could do it live. Should we do it live?
Do it live. Fuck it.
Let me get it up. Hang on. It's Bailey Tattoos one. Um, his moving, evolving balls. You know the shapes. If we time this well, obviously people who are listening to this will be listening to it on Sunday, because that's when the Undead Hour show is aired.
Aired. Yes.
But yeah, if you go to damn, I need to. I'm in the wrong account. That's why. Bailey Tattoo. He's he's his project looks really cool. He's launching. Let me get this right.
Oh, it's called
100 a day. 100 a day for 10 days. Shapes is called. Um,
SH/apes.
apes. Yeah.
SH/apes.
So I would say maybe you and I see we can do a live mint right now
9 minutes.
in 9 minutes time. See if we're able to pick up the Genesis. So yeah, I'm actually gonna see if I can get this up on my phone right now, so I don't miss it. Let's have a look. What do you reckon? See, bit of alpha
I'm
for
I'm
you. I'm
I'm
giving it to you
connecting
right
my
now.
wallet right now.
I'm giving it to you right now on air. That doesn't sound right at all. Phew. Giving you the alpha right now on air.
The alpha.
That did not come out well. Um, That was
All
not
right,
good.
let's not get totally
No.
distracted by
No.
this.
I'm just gonna
I'll leave
fire
it.
it up on my phone just so it's there, ready to go. We'll see if we're able to get a minute. And this, look, to our listeners, this is quite literally a perfect example of what's happened in the space. You know, something's minting. You want to get involved. You're learning it up. You're like, okay, 8 minutes, 1 8 per wallet, perfect. I'm, going to try and mint as many as I can, or within your budget.
Sure.
And 1 8's what now? 90 cents, so like 80 pence. But yeah, this is a perfect example where you've got someone in the community, a key figure who's clearly a good artist. He's launching something that's actually really unique and very interesting, interesting. These evolving shapes, and you want to get in. So you just like even live on air, recording a show, we're still gonna be DJs and try and mint something on Apechain, because you never know. First of all, the art looks really cool. It's really unique. I've never seen this before. And
Put out a very
could
good
go up.
tweet about it.
He did. It was very well explained.
Yeah, I really
The
like that
anomalies
approach.
as well.
When you're putting out an NFT project, a lot of times it just gets dropped. But he put out a thread 14 hours ago, roughly, like, here's what I'm doing, here's what you should know. One shape, 1 ape, one max mint per wallet per day.
Very nice.
Collection releases 100 per day for 10 consecutive days at the same time daily.
I love
so
that.
he gives you the schedule. Then each night prior to the following day's mint, I'll share 4 interesting shapes from the next day's drop. So he gives you like an advance notice of what they're going to look like. And then sort of breaks into what's rare, what's not rare, what types of textures are used and why they're different. And I really like to see the thought process behind what's happening, the creative inspiration that you have, just all the dynamics that go into the NFT collection. I think it's really cool for people, because that's part of our collection, is people want to know, like, why was this created? Because that obviously bears significance as to the piece's value, or if it's relevant, in the conversation. So I think that this is a good one to watch. Good call on this, Dave. Definitely. I think, art's subjective and these are shapes, but they're evolving. So it's cool to see. I'm definitely interested to see it. Definitely want to support Bailey on this.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
cool. I love that. I love that idea behind it. So definitely going to support that.
So yeah, check that out. If you listen to this on Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time and 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern.
You can listen to it when you want.
But yeah, that's true. Well, that's when these are going live every
Check
Sunday.
It out on secondary.
Pick it up on secondary sh/apes. It's DYOR, obviously. And yeah, like I said, G's on Apes, which is Reader's project next week. I think it might be next week. Still waiting for the announcement. Hero, go to @Hero the Doggo on X, and there is a post where we're proudly giving away 10 10 spots for the allow list. So reply to that. Like and repost. Follow Hero the Doggo and G's on Ape, and then reply with your wallet address. And I'll add you to the X spinner for the giveaway. Obviously, A.F.F, I'll put you in 100 times. Make sure you get one. But yeah,
let's go.
It's live for the next 48 hours, so you got time. Sunday, I'm not doing it until at some point on Monday. So yeah, check it out.
And let's not forget one more project on Apechain that we were more than excited to support. Our very own John McTavish from the Mutant Cartel, who is such a top dude. This guy, I met him in Miami. He had me fucking rolling. Yeah. Super cool dude. Very, very talented artist. Absolutely love his style, love his detail work, and love his creative process. So I first met him in Miami, and he was obviously one of my favorite people, because he really wanted to discuss the project. He was telling me so much behind the scenes stuff with his art creation and trait stuff.
Oops. Sorry.
Lord of mercy.
Sorry. I was not meant to press that button. Sorry
Getting ready to fire on off. But
Yeah.
so John came out of his cabin in the wilderness to find Apechain launched and decided he wanted to partake. Thankfully for us, he had some work he had been working on and put together a fancy little dinner party on Apechain. Very
Lovely.
cool project.
Also doing really well.
Also doing really well. He put out a thread describing the creation process, what went into it, where it's an amalgamation, if you will, of AI and his own creation and photography. So
you did pick created, one up on secondary, right?
I have one waiting for me.
Okay.
I had someone, not you, who was nice enough to get me one and keep it at the price of mint. Thankfully, because I was just going to pick one up on secondary, and it was close to mint price, and I was like, well, I'll do it in the morning. And then the morning came, and I was like, I'll do it in the afternoon. And then the price had tripled and has since doubled since then. We are looking at a 125 ape floor currently. This is a collection of 200 with only 27 listed, 75 owners. There are some very cool ones. I had my eye on a very particular one.
Up 866% in a day.
In one day.
It's not even been 24 hours since he minted.
And I'll tell you, I was peeking through the collection, and I noticed that number 1 of the collection is currently listed.
Oh wow! I mean, I have one. Mr. Axion is my my name.
What number is he?
That is a good question.
Okay, if you don't know, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know off by heart.
Cool, but it's a very I don't know, kind of like Alice in Wonderland vibe.
Very much.
Yeah, very like interesting little creatures dressed up in their finest attire, ready to seat at the table across from you and have some fanciful conversation. I think I really like it. There was a couple.
58 seconds till the mint.
Oh, Jesus!
So prepare yourself. Keep rolling.
I love the vibe. There's a couple very cool ones which I actually probably don't want to shout out just in case somebody happens to list them, so they don't list them for fucking bananas prices because they're like, oh, that A.F.F guy, he's gonna drop all the ape on this. I'm not.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not using this show to pump our bags or to shill any projects. We're just talking about projects that either we bought into or the ones we like. You know, you guys take it as you will. You know, we've got 20 seconds to a live minting Bailey Tattoos project. A, because it looks cool, but B, because we just like trying to getting into everything right now. But it does genuinely look really cool. 10 seconds A.F.F. Holy moly, we're doing a live mint. First time I've ever done this.
This is on
live HD.
Believer.xyz.
Ready?
Yeah.
2, 1. It's going to go mint.
Waiting for it to change.
Mint. Done.
Confirm.
No.
What is that error? Did you get that?
It minted out immediately. I know. Couldn't even mint one. Bang. Gone.
Apechain is really going wild these days. This is not the first time this has happened to me because actually, what was it? Mutant Jimmy's. I was trying to do my weekend activity of climbing a mountain. Get out there and touch that fucking grass, if you will. This is an important part of my weekly routine to keep myself insane and able to communicate with human beings. But I knew that the mint was happening, so I set alarms. I DM'd links to myself, and I found a clear site on the side of the mountain that was tree free in the sun. And I kind of hunkered down for a few minutes, pulled out my snacks, got my phone out, hopped in the Mutant Cartel Discord, and had the mint page open. And the guys were counting it down, and I was just like sitting there with my phone, like ready to go. Dude, I mean, I don't know what the latency was, but it was like boom, that shit just minted
Hang
out.
on,
So
Jimmy's or Mutant Jimmy's?
Mutant Jimmy's. Yeah.
Wow, really?
So
So you
yeah,
did.
I mean, this has been happening on a lot of projects. I mean,
Well,
people
we
are just
we just experienced it.
scooping.
This was crazy. That's
That was
100 gone like that. I also got that 0 message error. That's insane.
okay.
Wow.
So it
I
wasn't
mean,
just
look, he's
me.
got
Yeah.
another, 9 days, but that was crazy to see that, right? Just 100,
Yeah.
poof, minting
They're
out
on they're on
instantly.
secondary right now for 5 Ape.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Holy moly!
Unless this is not a real collection, I don't know. I guess.
So it's very, very important. Well, I'll tell you how I've been doing it. Is looking at. It's not
Spit it
actually
out.
coming up.
Give me alpha.
Is looking matching the actual collection volume with the collection volume on Magic Eden, because there are so many duplicates
It
and there's
says
so many
there's a
scams.
supply of 200 with 97 listed.
What's
Shouldn't
it called?
it only be 100?
How are you spelling it?
sh/apes.
It's not coming up on me. That's weird.
Just type in sh.
I know how to type. I'm familiar with how to use a phone. Look, and maybe I need to refresh.
Well, I just bought number 69.
SH. There we go.
I don't think we should be doing this live.
No. There you go. Let's have a look. Supply of 200. 2 owners. This seems like it could be fake.
All right. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with how fast it sold out, it could certainly have been 1 or 2 people with...
No, it's 1 per wallet.
No. Yeah.
It's 1 per wallet.
Yeah.
This is why... Did you buy it?
No.
Didn't you just say you just bought number 69?
No.
I'm pretty certain this could be... Yeah, because how can there only be 2 owners when it minted out 100? There should be 100 owners. This is why
now I'm seeing another collection with 0 volume, 0 floor price, 0 anything, but the floor is 350.
And this wasn't minted with NFTs to me.com. It was minted with Blever. As you see on the description, shapes, it says made with NFTs to me.com, which some people are using. Oh, bro, you got to be careful. This is a perfect example, right? Do your own research. Don't FOMO into things without at least checking a couple of things. And so, A.F.F, I'm going to put this in.
I'm going to list that.
Lord have mercy.
I need to list it.
Check the volume. Don't list it, because it could be a threat. Just
I just
ignore
bought
it now.
the fucking thing. Right.
You shouldn't have bought it, because now don't interact with it, because it could be a wallet drain. There's something that Bull and Security put out something yesterday, I believe. Check it out, because Bull and Security are one of the key security and educational resources in Web3, and they've already suggesting there could be some exploits even on Apechain, and they're suggesting don't interact with things. I made the mistake. I also, listed all of my airdrop ones, but this was like in the first couple of days. So you pray you didn't have exploits. I then delisted them. Nothing had happened. I was very lucky, very stupid. So don't do that.
Did you go to revoke.cash and revoke your permissions?
I went immediately to revoke.cash. There were nothing was approved at all. So I know it was okay. So definitely check that out, guys, as well. Revoke.cash, and you can check what approvals are live on your wallet. But Bull and Security are suggesting just to hide the NFT. That doesn't initiate any sort of transaction. It's just
not that's really a super easy function to do on Magic Eden, though I have tried. Do not interact.
But just don't interact with it. And don't do what A.F.F just did and buy something without checking. So
I am
you
going
schmuck.
to revoke.cash immediately.
Yeah, you're on it right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm already there. We're gonna check our
Don't be like
connections.
A.F.F, be like Dave. Basically, that's what we're saying here. So yeah, check everything. I know it's very easy to FOMO.
The guy who listed all
I
of
know.
these. All right,
I know.
all right. Don't be like either of us, okay?
Yeah.
Slow your roll.
Don't FOMO. Okay, it's hard because you want to. Just don't do anything silly. So yeah, don't don't buy a fake NFT live whilst doing the Undead show. Anyway, moving on. No,
Yeah,
A.F.F is still revoking.
Fucking rugged me on air.
And you know what?
All right,
A.F.F is experienced
you know what
in
was
this, so you know if he can
there
make
was
silly moves, I can make silly moves. Everyone can make silly moves. So yeah, just be careful.
there was one more collection I thought we should maybe shout.
Okay.
Didn't Jack put out a collection this week as well?
Yeah, Jack. Well, so Jack's been involved in 2 collections.
Jack
So I Draw Animation, Jacopo Lanza, good friend of mine. He's an amazing artist. If you see an ape derivative, likely Jack has done it. He works with some of the most amazing projects out there. Fuck It Productions is one. He's on the team for Fuck It Productions. He's worked with so many people. He has done derivatives of, I think he's done Madonna's ape when she had one, and certainly another famous person. But yeah, he brought out the Blues. Go and check them out. They're very much a nostalgic cartoon character from our childhood and the stuff that we kind of, the childhood vibes that we kind of grew up with. And so I'm an 80s child, and he is too. And yeah, so check out his collection. Really, really cute, really lovely characters as well. So that's his one. But he's also been involved with oh man, I've just forgotten the name. It's OX Board Devs from the Happy Ape. I'm just for fun. That's what it's called, just for fun. And Jack did the art for this collection, but this is obviously very much OX Board Devs.
The little cartoon
project.
monkeys.
Little cartoon monkeys. So the blues are one, which are blue characters, and obviously just for fun are little blue apes, which is all kind of reminiscent of the Happy Ape, which is also a children's book. Obviously younger than the book that Heroes Metaverse Adventure is tailored for, but Bordex OX Board Dave has done the Happy Ape, written the Happy Ape, so it's for kind of, I guess, the very small children up to maybe 5 or 6. Beautiful book, and Jack also not animated as the artist for the book. So this is all part of kind of the same ecosystem. Beautifully done, I might add.
Beautiful. I got myself a wolf hat. I love it.
Oh, cool.
Wolf hat, punk jacket.
I have a football, so soccer, but I'm going to call it, the real word, football. Football ape with a cowboy hat.
All right.
So he's got a football shirt on, holding a football as well, and a cowboy hat on. I think he's holding football.
There's a bananas, pun intended, amount of airdrops happening. Just like so many airdrops that are
it's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
My wallet is full.
It is my wallet is full. My Vault wallet is full. It's unbelievable, just the amount that you're getting dumped. So yeah, I'd say to people, just be careful. A lot of the majority of the real official projects on Magic Eden have a red tick. So Magic Eden are very careful about legitimizing projects. So I'm actually going to close my tab here, but yeah, so check the ones that do have a red tick because they're essentially verified, and they on the whole they are the official collections. But again, do your checks. A lot of the collections will have a website or a Twitter account. Go and check those out. Go and dig into who's the founder, who the founders are. If it goes down that layer. Check their website out. And yeah, just do some research. It's so easy, and I've done it too. You just FOMOing into everything because you want to be early, but you know, that's just, yeah, be careful
Don't
and
FOMO.
check. Yeah, we'll, and you know, we are all FOMOing, but yeah, just check before you go and do things. I'm sure shapes will be on secondary soon, if not already. Under
It's not yet.
not
I've been
yet,
looking. No,
not yet. Okay,
waiting. All right.
right.
So let's not live mint or waffle through the ape chain anymore. There is so much to do. Keep your eyes on the ecosystem. Follow Yuga. If you don't have notifications on for Gordon, you're doing it wrong. If that guy endorses something, it's gonna yeet. So get to it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
stay in the space and vibe. I mean, X is where the alpha is. Obviously, there's alpha groups for every collection, and people within those collections are sharing things that are coming out. But you can find it with your discerning eye, seeing which projects are being shouted, which are being talked about, which are being shared the most, and you know, which have the traits, which have that look. So there's so much coming out. Looking forward to seeing what does come out. I'm always looking for the zombies to see what is coming out to add to my horde and continue to grow that. But I'm excited. Trying to be a little bit discerning with my ape, but every time I get some, it pretty much is gone. So we will continue that in the coming week. I'm sure we will have much more to talk about next week with Apechain and what all is revealed in the coming time. We also have Ape C, I think, is revealing this coming week.
who's that?
Ape C.
Oh, then they've already, okay. I think they already have
It's
launched.
minted out, but it has not revealed.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, I didn't pick up one of those.
Oh no.
No.
Mint price 38 ape.
Yeah, it
Floor
was
price
quite high for me, that one. That's why, you know, I've been trying to
currently
go
at
lower.
a 87.9 floor price.
There you go. Look at that, man. Making some profits.
Pre-reveal.
Making some profits.
It's not profit until it's realized. So
Yeah.
at this point, it's
Good job.
nothing. It's in the
The last thing we have to talk about is the Serum Dao, another lovely transitional segue. Chop that. What's going on with the Serum Dao? I'm excited. What's the latest?
The latest and greatest would be, I haven't checked in today yet to see if anything has changed, but I know that there are things coming in the works. Top of mind for that would be the dynamic NFT minting on Apechain. That is your reputation online and offline within the Mutant Cartel ecosystem. So Serum Dao is launching their own NFT, which basically evolves based on your level of participation within the space. That includes holding assets. That includes, because there are a number of collections, they let out a light paper, which has a chart to make you aware of how many points you get per asset you hold. I've noticed there are definitely some people who are studying that chart and making moves accordingly over the past week, or basically the past week. I don't know if you've been watching this or not, Dave, but I've definitely been seeing an influx in some specific purchases within the space. The VIP floor has moved itself back up, as I believe that's the
excellent.
top allotment. Yeah, that's 70,000 points per VIP.
And what about for
Don't
oaths?
believe it's like something like half that.
What's the oath floor? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know off the top of my head. I believe it was like a quarter.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm making that up. I'm sorry. That was, it's probably more like 0.06,
okay.
if I remember correctly.
I think I'll keep mine then. Keep mine. Get these points.
0.057 on standard pledges, and 0.5 is the cheapest VIP. The one after 0.5 is 1.69. So quite a jump there. 1.99. There are actually only 3 listed currently. So if you're trying to make that move, make it.
Yeah.
I picked one up.
You picked up an oath? Another one?
Sure did. A VIP.
Oh, another VIP. Wow.
Sure did.
So there, what's the price on those?
0.5 is the cheapest one. The next
when did you pick that up?
1.69, about a week ago. Pretty much as soon as that chart dropped.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the chart and was like, I don't know if my bags are packed quite heavy enough. I could just use 70,000 more points. So I went ahead and grabbed one along with a couple fusion materials because those actually also have quite a good return based off of the price of them. Fusion materials are pretty scarce these days. You can still get them by burning hounds. That may actually be the more cost-effective method. But yeah, so points are rolling out, so this reputation system will basically give you voting power within the cartel. It adds to your serum drop, as the Serum Dao will be dropping a token called Serum for voting, etc., within the ecosystem. So if you're looking to become involved in that, all you have to do is hold 1 serum when that does drop. But if you are looking to become a part of the DAO, to raise your own proposals, to be able to get some benefit from the ecosystem, you do need to actually be a Mutant Cartel ranked member. This is achieved within the Discord. There will be a new fast track for people to get to the henchman level. However, the other levels will not be fast tracked. You do have to put in work for that. But additionally, you do have to put in work to be a henchman. So these things to become ranked include building within the space in any various manner, whether it's content creation, whether you're making visuals, whether you're making memes, GIFs, writing threads, creating podcasts, doing spaces, participating in other people's spaces and podcasts, welcoming people into the space, being a good Discord member, being a Twitter contributor, all types of things. So if you have a particular skill set, there is always something you can do to contribute to the ecosystem. You are looking at 2 cartel officers right here. Both of us were able to kind of move through the rankings together as we started building together in the space, up from henchman to wise guy, straight to officer from there. And Dave and I put in a lot of work. I mean, we really live and breathe that cartel. We can answer the questions. We know about the forms. We know all the different ranks. We know the people. We've put a lot of effort in to become immersed within the space. And I think, speaking for both of us, I mean, we're really excited to see this. This cartel ecosystem has been a pretty strong onboarder to the Macy Yuga ecosystem.
One of the largest, one of the biggest.
I would say for sure. I mean, we really encourage, as it is part of our lore, the mutants are basically the foundation of our lore within the Mutant Cartel ecosystem. So it is definitely in the goals of most cartel members to get one of those Macy's, to be a part of the lore, to go with our cartel assets. So I mean, it's been quite a journey. The 2 of us came into the space together, not really thinking. We kind of thought we missed the boat on mutants at that point, and that's how we found ourselves in a different ecosystem, and through some good dedication and
building, committing time,
MoonPay.
Yeah, I mean, it's would you say? Oh, yeah, MoonPay.
I said MoonPay.
Yeah, MoonPay. This is a perfect example that we can talk to people. So people who are listening into the show now, if you're in a community, enjoy it, because you have no idea where it's going to take you. Both A.F.F and I fell into Mutant Hounds, which is part of the Mutant Cartel, and almost 2 years later, we're now doing this, and I released the book, and all the people involved with that book were from the cartel, cartel family. It's amazing what one project can do to kind of launch something that you want to do, whether it's just networking or building a product or a service, a podcast or Twitter space, and everything in between. These communities that we have in Web3, and there's so many. If you're part of it, enjoy it. Flourish, thrive, connect with people, do some work together, do some collaborative stuff together, because it really is that's the alpha. Spending this time together in the community.
Yeah, don't be a when guy. Don't sit around waiting for the project to put something out. When you're a community member, you contribute to that ecosystem. So, whereas we have numerous activations within the cartel, and we've been working with collections that evolve and change over time and launch across chains and everything. In the downtime in the space, when the team is building, you can do stuff to contribute to the ecosystem. So we're both faction leads within the cartel. So Dave was head of the Skull Legion, I'm head of the Zombie Horde, and together we helped form up the Undead army of all of the Dark Fang factions. It gets deep, but I mean, it allows us to create some stories that work together, and that's a collaborative effort, and so we're able to work together, and it builds those bonds, and we get to know each other, and we get to know each other's IRL situations, and in that case, that kind of led to like Dave putting out this book and having these people with these talents able to contribute to what he did, because we have a fantastic artist, Lita Hammett, in the space, and she did some illustrations for him. We have a top tier producer who was able to create a custom track for his book, which is awesome, and it describes
Red
the
Hat
book.
the MC.
And Red Hat the MC. I mean, dude, absolute legend. He's putting out music for the space. He did the Fuck It event. He did the K-Docs. So it's like there's just so much access to people within the community, and it's. I mean, I don't know if there's any bigger alpha in the space than getting to know the people that you're with, because it just affords you so many opportunities. So we will be here. We'll continue to be building. We're really looking forward to the Serum Dao and taking part in that, in being able to, bring our own element to the cartel ecosystem to help grow it, to raise awareness, to do our own thing as well, because, we're both creatives, and we want to contribute to the space. So look for that. I mean, if you have ideas, there's been a million people who have ideas for the cartel. So now you can bring them as initiatives as long as you're a ranked member, and get support from your community. So if you know what a DAO is, that people bring up initiatives, it gets voted on, and then you can get funding to make that happen. So if you're looking for resources or people to work with, the ranked members have their own Discord channel. They have their own voice channel, which will be utilized. So, reach out to your fellow cartelians, collaborate, build together, and grow this ecosystem. I'm really looking forward to seeing this come to life. The Serum Dao has been one of the goals of the Mutant Cartel since its onset 3 years ago. So really, really proud of the team for executing this. They always execute with such top tier content, and everything is so quality. People may say that they take too long between activations, but I think that they have just such a good eye for detail and putting things out as they should be. So I'm really looking forward to this and being a part of it. Dave?
Well said, man. Yeah, the more you put in, the more you get out. That's basically how it is. And joining communities like the cartel made me get into even more things like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and seeing people in the space do amazing things, and you want to kind of follow that and mirror those things. So enjoy being part of these communities like the cartel, like so many others, and contribute, because the more you put in, the more you get out, and it's just such a fun journey as well. If you don't know how to do something, you'll find someone who can help you with it. and that's what it's about. You know, we're all in it to win it together. So yeah, amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. 2.0, baby. Pretty successful episode 63.
2.0. Let's hit the end button on the record. Let's get to the editor and get this shipped out to Spotify, YouTube.
So I can actually play. I can actually, you know what? I can either play us out live, which I think. Shall we do that? Should we play us out like we used to do on Spaces?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wanna? What's happening on Monday? Go on. Do your usual outro, and I'll play us out.
Monday. What is that? That's 2 days from now. 11/4. We will have Mutant Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern, with myself, Vanguard, boss of the cartel, and my main man Leo. Stay tuned as there are activations coming. I can't say when, but I know it's going to be soon. So keep your notifications on for the Mutant Cartel, for the Serum Dao, for every goddamn thing. Apechain's popping off. We got so much going on, and we are just here for it. Expect Dave's chair to be very tired from this coming week, past month. I mean, we're going to be here, baby. We got lots to do, lots to fucking spend time on.
Nice work. Well, one. This has been episode 63. We talked about ApeFest, Apechain, Serum Dao, collabs, everything in between. Okay. You're with me, Dr. Dave Coin, and you're with
A.F.F.
Join us every Sunday, 8 p.m. UK time, around about 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time, depending on British summer time. We'll see you next Sunday as well. Keep it real. Check before minting. We'll see you on the other side.
Have a good one.